I just want to ask how you've seen the wide receiver group kind of progress from practice one to now going into practice 13.
Uh, from start of spring practice, it's always tough starting to get the concept of the offense down. But I think everybody in the freshman group's done a good job of understanding what it takes to learn the concept, and to they're also putting in the effort and working hard to improve themselves. And I think they've definitely improved themselves since the beginning of spring.
We'll go to Michael Casagrande. Michael, go ahead.
Yeah, when fans see you on 8A on Saturday, what are they going to notice about this offense? What are they going to take away, do you think, from seeing the way this offense plays opposed to last year's?
I mean, it's different offensive coordinators, so there's going to be a little nicks and differences in between the offense, but it's basically the same concept, and I think we're going to approach it the same way we did last year, and that's being a successful offense, executing, and I think as an offense, we're all really excited to look forward and see how we will do in the spring game, because it's our first real game scenario other than scrimmages, but especially with fans, it's going to be different, and so we're excited to see how we do.
We'll go back to Charlie.
Yes, like you mentioned the freshmen, just you as an older guy in that room, how have you tried to help them along in what has been their first college practices?
I think the biggest thing that I've tried to help with them is just kind of relating to them when it came to, because I've been in their shoes. I understand how it is. When I try to tell them not to get frustrated and that they're going to make mistakes, they're going to mess up, and that the biggest thing is just continue to work. And every day, if you don't know what you're doing, just at least go fast. And I think at the end of the day, if you continue to push in practice and you go hard in practice, that eventually you'll understand that when you have the play, when you know the play right, you'll already know that how to go fast with the play, knowing the play, the right play. And, sometimes when you don't know what to do, you don't think mentally that I should go hard right now. So that's kind of one thing that I've tried to help them with, is just understanding that you're going to make mistakes. It's going to happen, but ultimate goal is just to play fast.
Go to Tony Sakalas.
It's kind of along those lines. What do you remember from your first 8A, and how can you kind of maybe pass that along, that experience, to some of the younger guys?
Well, my first 8A was, going to be a little different from these guys since I was on the other side of the ball playing safety. But at the end of the day, it's the same thing. It's a little easier because when we practice so hard and we practice like a game-like scenario, that it makes the games a little easier. So I can tell them, just go out there, play confident, play fast, and at the end of the day, you will get the results you want.
We'll go back to Michael.
Yes, Slade, do you have any thoughts on the new elephant statue out in front of the stadium?
I saw that. I saw a picture of it, and I thought it was really cool. Hopefully no one, tries to mess with it and, spray paint or climb on it or do something dumb like that. But I thought it was really cool, though.
Okay, we'll go to Charlie Potter.
This is a little off topic, but it's been 1 year since you guys brought in Coach Ballou and Dr. Ray. Just what's it been like now that you have a year under your belt with them, working with them and learning from them from a strength and conditioning standpoint?
The Dr. Ray and Coach Ballou and the rest of the strength staff have just done a great job preparing us for last season. With the amount of time we had, and you could definitely see an improvement in our speed and our explosion, and also our strength. And I think they've done a great job. And I'm not, I would never compare them to Cochran, but they're different ways of approaching, working out. And I think they've done a great job. And I think they're only going to continue to do a great job in improving the way we play. And I'm excited to get another year or summer with them as well.
A couple more here with Slade. We'll go to AP.
Hey, Slade. Can you tell me something unique about Ray?
Hey, we're having trouble hearing you, AP. Can you move that mic a little closer or something to speak into it?
Thank you.
Oh, okay.
Oh, is that better?
It's much better.
I'm sorry. Slade, can you tell me something unique about the three quarterbacks, Bryce, Paul, and Jalen?
I think they all have their different uniqueness. I think what they do compare and they both share is their will to get better. And they continue to work hard and they continue to try to learn the offense. They do have different uniqueness, different type of player sets and skills, but at the end of the day, they all try to achieve the ultimate goal, and that's becoming a better offense, a better quarterback, and all around better player.
Okay, and we will finish Slade up with Tony.
Yes, Slade, you kind of mentioned it with the strength and conditioning coordinators, but earlier this spring, Nick Saban said that he wants more speed in the unit. When you hear that, I guess, what's your reaction to that?
My reaction to that is it's probably the same thing every year. I think we all need to get faster. I think every player needs to improve on not just speed but strength, and but at the end of the day, it's also mental. Learning the plays and the concepts of the offense and for the defense. But every year, you want to improve. You want to be faster than you were last year. You want to be stronger than the year you want before, and you also want to come together just as good as you were before. And I think that's a challenge that coach accepts every year, and I think that's why he's great at what he does and continues to coach. And that's kind of the idea of what we want to do, and I think that's just the basics of it. Just trying to get faster and improving from where you always want to get better than the year before.
Hey, Jordan, has Cameron Latou been a different player this year, and how so? And then what about Jalen Armour-Davis? What have you seen from him progressing at the cornerback position?
Both of those players are going to be great guys for us this year. Cam Latou is coming along very well in this offense, and he's producing very well in the last. He's produced very well in the last two scrimmages. Jalen Armour-Davis, on the other hand, is a great corner. I see he got great feet, great hips. We call him kick slide king, but he has great feet. I see a great future in Jalen Armour-Davis and Cameron Latou this season.
Okay, with that, we'll try Cecil. Go ahead, Cecil.
Jordan, going into A-Day, what are the goals for the defense? And do you feel like the defense has been ahead over the course of the spring?
Can you repeat that?
Goals for A-Day, what you're trying to accomplish, and do you feel like the defense has been ahead of the offense?
Not necessarily. The last scrimmage, it was very competitive. We were actually going back and forth, and it was a great scrimmage all around for offense and defense. And one of the goals is just to get better, always to get better. More leadership guys. Coach Saban hasn't found his leaders yet, so I just challenge all the guys on the defense, to be more vocal. Get everybody on the same page.
Okay, we'll go to Tony.
Jordan, I have to ask you, can you tell me more about the kick slide king and how that nickname came about for Jalen?
Well, it's like a technique for corners. Like Coach Saban hates when you cross your feet, when you're in press coverage, hate when you cross over. And Jalen, like the kick slide is basically. I wish I could show you, but it's like when you slide it to a guy instead of moving your feet. So we call him kick slide king because he does that the greatest and cuts off receivers on the press.
Charlie Potter.
Yeah, Jordan, you mentioned leadership. Is that something that's comfortable to you, or is that something maybe that you're trying to maybe take on this spring and get more comfortable in doing?
That's something I'm comfortable with now because of the players I had before me who showed me the way. Players last year like Landon Dickerson, Alex Leatherwood, Pat Surtain, guys like that, Devontae Smith, Jalen Waddle, guys like that showing me the way ever since I was a freshman. So now at this point, I'm more comfortable being vocal and, getting on other players.
Okay, and we will finish up with Mike Rodak. Go ahead, Mike.
Yeah, Jordan, I was just actually going to ask you that. Just some of the players the last 2 years that you followed that were leaders on this team and kind of what you learned from them that you can apply to your own leadership ability.
Well, for me, most importantly, Pat Surtain, because we're both in the DB corps, just him showing me the way, leading guys, speaking at the practice or keeping us at the practice, extra hours, to tell us, get on the other positions like the linebackers, the D linemen, not just because it don't take just us, it takes everybody to be on one corps.
Okay, I do have one follow-up here with Charlie, and we will wrap up with Charlie. Go ahead.
Yeah, Jordan, I asked Slade about this, but it's been a year since you guys added Coach Ballou and Dr. Ray. Just what's it been like working with those two and learning their new kind of style and way of doing things?
Oh, those two, they're great. Just the data, just looking at the data and the improvement from last year to this year, or from like now from natty to spring. You know, just looking at the data and the speed gains and the weight gains and the muscle and power gains, it's just all beautiful. I love looking at the data. You know, it kind of inspires me to be, you know, more of a competitor in the weight room. And I like the way they're going in the direction they're going with this.
All right, Jordan, thank you.